네, 오늘은 타짜계의 전설이라고 할 수 있는 세계 최고의 타짜.
Richard Turner.
Richard Turner.
Richard Turner.
리처드 터너를 모셔봤습니다.
Man here, Richard Turner, he does things that nobody else in the world can do with cars. Nobody. I don't care if you go to China or France or Germany, he does things that nobody else can do.
Howdy. Welcome
Howdy.
to his show. Not
Welcome
mine.
to my show. Yeah, it's my
Yeah,
show.
That's what I just said. Welcome
I'm
to
the
your
guy
show.
in charge.
I said welcome to your show, didn't I?
Yeah,
I did.
exactly.
Yeah, I gave you credit. Yeah.
So for the past 1 week or so, you've been sharing amazing stories with me. Tell me about the hat story because it's just hilarious.
Well, I had the privilege of studying under a man named Professor Di Vernon. He would love traveling the world, seeking out old gamblers, hustlers. That was his thing. And he was in Greece, and he was watching this one guy hustle these other players at the table. They finally caught him, and they thought he was using a marked deck. They said, "Okay, buddy, you can keep playing. These are the conditions. We know you must have a marked deck, so when it's your deal, you have to have this hat on top of the deck when you deal." So he has a hat on top. And guess where he was getting those cards from? The bottom of the deck. He didn't have a marked deck. He was a bottom dealer. And with a hat on top, guess what that did? Made those bottoms 100% invisible.
But this is a story of someone else. But you also have your own stories.
Oh, I have thousands of them.
Yeah, tell me.
Which one do you want?
The Mr. Jerk.
Oh,
That's my favorite.
That's a fun one too. I was the card shark on a riverboat for 7 years, and I would demonstrate how many ways I could take you money at the card table, which is what I'm known for and what I do. Anyway, I had just finished my show, so I'm done. And there's this guy over there. He keeps yelling, "Hey, you, come over here. When I go to Vegas, I never lose." I go up to him, I said, "How can I help you, sir?" He says, "We're going to play some cards right now." And I said, "Sir, you don't want to play cards with me." He starts shuffling the cards, and he says, "Okay, deal." I said, "What game do you want?" He says, 7 stud. Oh, I thought, that's my favorite game, okay. I said, "How many players do you want?" And there was 4 of us. He said, 4 of us. I said, "Who's going to win?" He said, "I am, of course." I said, "Where are you sitting?" He said, "Right here, number 1. So I was getting ready to deal. All of a sudden, he slapped my hand to the table and said, "Hold it. We're not doing this for nothing." So at that time, he made us each pull out a $20 bill. So there's $80 on the table. Not a whole lot. And so, okay, whatever. So I deal it around, dealt him a full house. He wins. He grabbed the money and stuffed it in his pocket. He goes, "I told you I always win." I said, "Hey, I'm the one that told you you can shuffle and cut. Choose the number of players, choose the winning position. I'd make it happen." I said, "Do you think that was a coincidence?" And he goes, "What are you talking about? I'm the one that shuffled the cards. I'm the one that cut. I'm the one that said 4 players. I'm the one that told you number 1 was going to be a winner."
So he's taking all the credit.
He took all the credit. And so I thought, okay, now I understand where you're coming from. I said, "Get your money back out. Shuffle those cards." We started playing. We played for I don't know how long it was. And my stack of bills got to, it was almost an inch thick of bills that I had won. And I finally decided, okay, I think I've taught him a pretty good lesson. Afterwards, I came back down to the sternwheeler. And the server, she said, "Oh, there's someone that wants to talk to you." I go up to the table, same guy. He says, "We're going to play again. And this time I'm going to make sure every card comes off the top of the deck." He was just clenching his teeth. He was mad. "And I'm going to do the shuffling." He took the deck and he shuffled 14 times. I have this thing about hearing shuffles. And I'm dealing. I said, "Are you watching?" And I'm dealing in slow motion. I said, "Are you watching?" And so anyway, I dealt it out, dealt myself 4 cowboys. And I get up and I go to the server. And she goes, "Yeah, that guy asked me who you were after the first cleaning, clock cleaning." And so she tells him, "I told him, you were just beat by the top card cheater in the United States. Said you were stupid to have played cards with him, to have challenged him. You were also beat by a blind guy. How'd that make you feel?" She told him that. I'm standing out there and I could just sense something going on. I was just getting ready to turn around. All of a sudden this guy comes up, grabbed me from behind, hisses in my ear, Give me my money back, you blind cheater. I'm going to kill you. And it was Mr. Jerk again. And you don't grab a martial artist in a bear hug. And so what I did is I immediately slammed my head back, splattering his nose. I dropped down into a deep horse stance, moving my hands out, breaking his grip. I took my fist, I rammed it into his groin. At the same time, I was wearing cowboy boots. And so I took my boot and I slid it down his shin and drove my heel into the top of his foot. Now he's screaming and he stepped back. He's holding his groin and he finally says, I'm going to kill you. He comes running after me. And I caught him with a step across side kick. And I could tell right where I hit him right here in the lower ribs, which is a painful place to take a kick. So I hurt him bad. He's crying and he just limped away crying. And I don't know what happened after that point. We didn't call the cops or anything like that. But took care of the guy. He'll never do that again, at least with me. Shuffle those things. I'll show you something.
All right.
I don't know if this will work. I don't know if I'll pull it off, but we see what happens.
Riffle, straight riffle, and a cut.
Okay. And you know what? I don't think any of them are going to trust either of us. So I'll end it with a cut myself.
Okay.
Now, name a face card. A wild card. Like
what about Jack?
Jack. So Jacks will be wild. Okay. In poker games, sometimes there's the expression deuces are wild, which means the twos can become any card you want. He's chosen the Jacks. Now we're going to deal with my favorite game, 7-card stud, which is the predecessor to Texas Hold'em, most popular poker game in the world now. Give me a number of players because we don't have a lot of space. Say 4 or 5 players. You pick the number.
5.
Where do you want to sit? Number 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5?
5.
5 players, 5th position. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is you right here. This one here, number 5. Now watch this. I want you to take these cards back, mix them up. And don't give me the whole deck back. Just pull out any random part of that deck you like. Just pull out a stack and put them in my hands face down. Player 4, and you chose this one right here, number 5. What's that card?
Well, it's a Jack.
Pair of 10s. The Jack is wild. You have a pair of 10s. Take them back, mix them up, hand me any part of the deck. And we always play what's called High Chicago, which means whoever has the high spade as their down card wins half the pot. It's called 7 set. Come on, you're a professional. What a sloppy mess. Player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. And you chose this one right here.
Yes.
Number 5. What's that?
It's a king.
10, Jack, King. Take them back. Mix them up. Mix them up.
Ooh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5. What's that? King. 3 kings. Last card. Last card. All right. Now we have what's called down and dirty. Player 1, player 2, player 3. Make sure they're nice deep pile. Player 4, and this is you right here, number 5. Put that with the rest of the stack, and let's see what you have in this hand here. You shuffled, you cut. You chose 5 players, 5th position. You chose Jacks. Let's see if you have a good hand. Again, what's that card?
King of diamonds.
King.
King.
2 kings.
Jack.
We'll put that with the king because it's a wild card. That's a 10.
10.
And what's that?
A Jack.
Another wild card. You right now are sitting on what's called 4 cowboys, 4 kings.
Yes.
What's that?
It's a king.
You now have 5 kings. And we're playing high spade and the whole splits the pot. What's that?
Ace of spades.
Half the pot. So let's just look at this hand again. You have
An
a
ace.
spade and you have 5 kings. So you have one heck of a hand. And if you wanted, you'd have a royal flush if you wanted that way. But 5 of a kind beats 4 of a kind. 4 beats a royal flush. But you shuffled, you cut. You chose 5 players. You chose where you wanted to sit. All I did was cheat.